Thank you, Father Whitlock, Father Becker, Reverend Fathers, any other honored guests, and of course, my dear brothers. My priest hero is Father Andrew Brinkman, a priest of the Archdiocese of St. Paul in Minneapolis. He was the associate pastor at my parish, Nativity of Our Lord in St. Paul, for the first 2 years of his priesthood. And the reason that I call him my priest hero is very simple, because it was in his priesthood that I, for the first time, really encountered the reality that the priesthood is the heart of Jesus Christ, that the priest is Christ to the people in his flock. There really were three main ways I saw this in him, which I like to think of upon reflection as his three loves. First, for his flock, for the truth, especially the scriptures, and then for the Eucharist. So the first, his love for his flock, I really saw this in a lot of very simple ways. It wasn't anything super huge or profound, but just in the way that after every Mass, he always made time to talk to each and every person who wanted to talk to him. No matter what other obligations he had after that, he always made time to talk to and really listen to his people, to be with them, whether they just wanted to make small talk and say hi, or whether they really needed to talk to him about something. He always made time to listen to them. And then also during Mass at the offertory, when the gifts would be brought forward, he always made sure to take just a few moments to speak to whoever it was brought forward the gifts. And in this, I really just saw an immense love and care for the people that had been entrusted to him by our Lord, for their needs, for their well-being. His second love, his love for the truth. Now, in my family's household, Father Andrew Brinkman was and still is probably best known for his homilies, which never exceeded 5 minutes, and quite often were a lot shorter. But despite this, every homily he gave convicted me in a very powerful way. And I really think this flows from his deep love for the truth, especially as contained and expressed in the sacred scriptures, which led him really to study the truths of our faith, to really immerse himself in the scriptures, so that when he proclaimed the gospel to us, when he preached to us, he was able to do so with an incredible conviction and power, which even in the short space of 3 to 5 minutes, never failed to reach into and touch my heart, and I know the hearts of my family and the rest of the parishioners present. And finally, lastly, but I think most importantly, was his love for the Eucharist. This is something I saw every time I watched him celebrate Mass. I saw it in the way he prayed the words of the Mass, especially the consecration. I saw it in the way he held our Lord, in the way he looked at him, in the way he gave him to me and to each of the parishioners every Mass. I saw in it just a profound reverence for our Lord, a profound realization of the reality of who it was that he was holding, of who it was he was making present to us and then giving to us in the Mass. I think one story in which I saw this, I think most powerfully, and which still has a powerful impact on me when I remember it today. One Sunday Mass, as normal, my family was at Sunday Mass. And during the consecration, I noticed that Father hadn't straightened up from the altar, which was unusual. You always notice this because Father is 6'4" and really skinny. So I was confused for a moment because I saw him. He was bent over almost double, forearms resting on the altar, just looking at our Lord. And then I realized that he was weeping as he realized and encountered the profound reality of who it was he was holding, of what it was that was taking place that Mass. And that moment where I saw him encountering our Lord so profoundly has stuck with me the last 6 years now and continues to remind me of that same reality every time I'm at Mass, that it really is our Lord, that he really is coming to me here. And so it's for these reasons and many others, which it would take far too long to tell you all, that I'm proud to call Father Andrew Brinkman my priest hero. Praise be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.